All right, so have you ever stopped and asked yourself, what's the price of not changing? We talk a lot about the price of, and the cost of chasing dreams and the risk of starting over and the fear of the unknown, but rarely do we sit down and calculate the quiet, hidden cost of staying the same. Because not changing also has a price, and it's usually paid in regret, wasted time, and missed opportunities. When you're old, and we're all going to get there, when you're 80 years old, let's say, you're going to look back on your life. You're not going to regret the things that you did. You're going to regret the things that you were too afraid to attempt. That's what you're going to regret. Don't be that 80-year-old who has all those regrets. We think staying the same keeps us safe, that if we just keep doing what we know, we won't lose. But the truth is, time keeps moving with or without us. The world doesn't stop evolving just because we stopped growing. And that's the real danger. When you stop changing, life keeps changing around you. The gap between who you are and who you could have been becomes painful, becomes too painful to think of. And not changing rarely destroys you overnight. It's slow. It's the same job you hate, one more year. It's the same toxic relationship, one more chance. The same bad habits, one more excuse. And every time you say next year, you make a silent agreement with your own happiness. You tell yourself comfort is enough, even though it's not. You tell yourself safety is worth the sacrifice, even though it's killing your spirit little by little. The price of not changing isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's the quiet voice that says, I could have done more. I could have done more. It's the dull ache when you see someone living the life you wanted. It's the resentment that builds when you realize the only thing standing in your own way was your own fear. You pay for not changing with your potential, with your peace, and with your purpose. So the big question isn't what if I fail? It's what will it cost me if I never try? Even transformation begins with one honest moment when you finally admit the pain of staying the same is heavier than the fear of change. Because once that happens, the choice becomes clear. You stop protecting your comfort and start protecting your growth. So today, ask yourself, what's the price of not changing? And is it worth it? So at the end of your story, when you're old, down the line, 80 years old, you're not going to regret the risks you took. You're going to regret the ones you didn't. Let that burn in. Every day is another missed opportunity to grow and change for the better. All right. So if you don't want to pay the price of not changing, DM me and we can talk from there. We'll schedule a discovery call and we'll go from there and see if you're good for the coaching program. If you are, then we'll start the process and get you rolling in a coaching program and change your life so you're not that 80-year-old regretting the life that you could have had. All right? Because as I keep saying, there's no change without challenge. This program that I'll design for you, I recommend the 90-day program, but I also have other programs. I have a weekly program. I have a 30-day program. I have the 90-day program. Then I have the 6-month mastery as well as the VIP 12-month program, okay? And we'll decide which one of those is best for you. I recommend the 90-day because it takes at least 90 days to implement a new habit and to get rid of an old one, okay? So like I said, DM me and then we'll talk from there, okay? And I have 3 seats available in my 12-seat program. So don't miss this opportunity. Let's go into 2026 ready to change and make a difference in our lives and the lives around us, all right? Because change begins with you. Don't forget that. So what is the price of not changing? That is something you don't want to answer. You don't want to know. So change for the better. Make effort. Either you change willingly or change will be forced upon you. And the change that's forced upon you won't always be a good thing. Okay? So keep that in mind. Till next time, you've been watching Bry Harden 360. Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Until next time, let's go. Let's go get it done.